Now, 5 minutes before the show yesterday, I called Jim, your boss.
Yes.
And I told him that you took an unannounced day off. And
What?
that I found out that you were in Cincinnati.
Jesus Christ, why would you do that?
And he goes, what is he doing in Cincinnati? And I go, I don't know, 3-day blackout?
Probably.
It's not a 3-day blackout.
A sexy romp, I'm guessing.
No, none of those things. It was just a personal day.
Now, before you left yesterday, right?
Yes.
You called me because you don't like to take days off. You're one of those guys that you get nervous about a day off.
I don't like to take days off. I haven't taken many personal days in my 13 years here. I believe I'm up to about 4.
One time, you asked me if you could get the day off when your mom died. And he goes, I'm so sorry about this, and I promise I'm going to catch back up.
Yeah.
But my mom passed away.
Got to take care of it. I'm the only one that can really take care of anything.
So heartbreaking.
That is so sad.
You're going to need a couple of days, boss.
And I go, would you like us to come to the funeral? And he goes, there won't be a funeral.
Yeah, not enough, people to show up.
I would have been there.
Thank you.
I would have gone.
Yeah.
It's on Halloween, actually.
Ooh,
Scary. Very scary.
But on brand, really. I mean.
Bob?
So you told me that you had your team ready to go.
Yes.
You were very, very proud of you.
Yeah, I texted with you before I left on I told you, like I sent everyone reminders, went over things on Friday.
And I told you, Chris, you'll be easily replaced. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and that made me very worried and anxious, to be honest.
Your team was amazing.
Really?
Labat.
Oh.
They
God, I really
refused most of the day to turn the mics on.
What?
I'm not kidding. There might have been 4 instances where mics weren't on.
Yeah.
And I had to restart and rejoin 3 different times.
Now, the other thing that was mildly amusing is we had Edward Norton ready to come in.
Yes.
So the person in the studio, I don't want to say which one it
was one of 2.
He came rushing over as fast as he can to throw these papers down in front of me to, for plugs.
Yeah.
He knocks water all over them.
God.
My nuts and my phone. We're sopping that up.
All over.
Edward Norton comes in, sits down, and he refused to bring down the music to a point that we could all
my
listen.
mic wasn't on once again.
Oh,
that
Gail's
was one
mic
of the
wasn't on as she was trying to do
I was
the
going, Edward Norton, like at least 3
why
times.
Edward Norton is staring at her.
Because he's not wearing headphones.
Yeah.
If I wasn't wearing headphones, I wouldn't have known I wasn't on the air.
It wouldn't have made any sense.
Yeah.
It would have been fucking sounding crazy.
Yeah.
And then, so the music is not being, it's being taken down like so tiny bit.
I'm starting to have an idea of who was in here from that clue.
Then
it's a good clue.
At a certain point, started to make a lot of odd noises.
Come on!
Which was later described to us as, what was it? Sinuses, but it wasn't making sense, and also hurting and jerking. There was a weird nervousness where the three. Now, here's the thing: Edward Norton is in a movie where the lead character has Tourette's.
Yeah, but it was Brooklyn.
And that's what our guy was acting like, as if let's mock out Tourette's.
No.
Yeah, it was very concerning.
Can I ask, was this person making weird sounds at any other point during the show?
No, I don't think so.
No, not beforehand. Maybe after once
he was faking that he had some kind of a sinus
Now
problem.
I think I know. If they were faking something, I'm starting to think here.
And which he didn't have a sinus problem all that time then after.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I feel bad. I feel really bad now.
Is this what you want to know, that that you can't go away? Is this your biggest fear realized?
It's fucked up in a bunch of different directions here.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Gail and I discussed this.
Yes.
And we bought you this beautiful tuna melt.
Oh, it's fucking great.
It's your favorite food.
Thank you.
Because we I felt like you were away for a month.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Yes.
those two fought literally like cats and dogs.
So bad.
All day.
They fought so bad with each other.
So much that a caller said that this is bad radio and asked us to play Seinfeld themes.
I feel like that caller was incorrect.
No.
Because I was enjoying myself very much so.
That's so depressing to hear. I'm sorry. I had to leave for the day.
No. Here's the thing.
Yes.
We get it now. You know what I mean? We get it.
Yeah.
You're
Get
the glue.
you.
Yeah,
That
we
you're-
understand you.
You mind if I take a bite of this?
Yeah,
tuna
go
melt?
That's
ahead.
what we wanted to see.
We
wanted
didn't
to
think
see
you'd be
you
doing it that fast, but we're glad that you
I haven't eaten
enjoy
today,
it.
Ron. That's really good.
I know that there was a time that we used to go out to our favorite diner. You would order tuna melt every single time.
Edison Diner. It was amazing. It was so good.
Yeah.
Now I fucking hate that place. I won't even look at that building.
Don't.
Chris, you look like you're a little thirsty.
Yeah.
How'd you like to wash that down with a little Johnny Walker Red label?
What?
Yeah.
I would love to.
This
is great.
It.
Yeah. You like Red Label, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bottom rung of the labels.
Yes.
Love it. Okay, you mind if I have some? I
Please,
mean, I know it's,
no, it's
2
your
o'clock.
day. This is your day. It's a day for day drinking and day tuna melt drinking.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Do you need a mixer or anything?
No, straight, Ron. I mean,
Could you please send Earl in to... Because in a lot of ways, you've got to thank Earl
Yeah.
for pointing out how much
your
you've
lunch.
done.
oh, so I'm going to guess that Earl was the one in studio.
Yeah.
Not putting mics on and so slowly bringing fucking music beds down.
Well, you're happy that you have that tuna melt, aren't you?
I'm very happy with the tuna melt. I'm very happy with the Johnny Walker Red. I'm pretty happy with that. It's different than my normal Jameson.
Yeah. Well, we thought go a little special.
I feel
Hey,
special.
Earl, how do you feel after your Sam Darnold day? Did you feel like you were seeing ghosts in here?
No, I felt awful.
Yeah.
I didn't feel great. Didn't sleep at all.
But did you feel like a lot of it came from Vito or...
Well, in here, it's completely my fault. I mean, it was 100%
But I mean, the
my-
arguing and also...
Oh, yeah.
Even Wiki texted me during the show.
What?
Said after a year, whatever. And when I read the text to Earl, he took off his headphones and threw them, smashed off a wall. Probably if they weren't still connected, probably would have hit me, which would have been interesting to see where that would have went.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This probably
Earl?
would be a different day.
Earl, why are you throwing things? And
Well,
why aren't you
I-
putting the mics on?
Well, I just got crossed up on where things were. That, again, my fault.
Yeah.
And Vito was calling me a liar, which I did not appreciate at all.
You lie a lot, though.
No, I don't lie a lot.
Did you and Vito ever have a chance to work that out
Make
together? And
We haven't really talked about it. We just kind of let it go.
you feel like you need a little time before you go back to that?
Yeah, like I'm trying to chill. I'm super trying to chill and not blow
Well,
my stack again. And
Here's the thing. I mean, it is our job, so we can't. It's not a vacation spot. This isn't Cincinnati.
no,
We can't be too chill.
So chill there.
no, I try not to blow my stack, and when I do, I'm very irrational and very.
So here's the thing. Today, I'm about to announce the Thanksgiving show, which is supposed to be a thankful celebration from
that
us
is
to
true.
the listeners. But we're talking about the Sam Darnold show yesterday. Vito, how do you feel about the way everything went down yesterday?
I have a response for Earl.
Oh, okay.
Earl Douglas says he hates being called a liar.
No, just being called a liar. Just
He claims he never blamed Vito for any mistakes and took all the blame like a gentleman.
when he's talking about the mics, I was like, you know what? I screwed up because I'm not familiar with the board. I said it. I did not blame you.
He doubled down on this claim after throwing studio equipment in a blind rage.
The first thing I said was, it's my fault.
This sounds like the rage of someone who stays out and parties all night.
Because I'm up all night.
This also sounds like the sound of someone blaming Vito.
But it also
Right.
started the show without the mics being on, too.
No, that was all Vito. That was Vito.
Earl Douglas also claimed he had a mucus-filled nose.
You want to look up my nose? You want to look up and see my mucus-filled nose, okay?
But when mediator Ron Bennington checked his nose, The test came back negative.
That thing's as clean as your underwear. There was no mucus in there.
Earl says he owns up to things.
How many times have I owned up to things?
Not this time, Earl. Not this time.
When I make a mistake, I own up to it.
Earl Douglas. Bad for America. Bad for the truth.
And again, I'm a liar.
Paid for by the Disrespect Brothers Tag Team.
Oh, that's right. You were also considered one of the Disrespect Brothers.
It's a tag team. The two of you.
I don't think I'm the disrespect brother. I do think
one
that
of two.
I try to point out when Earl doesn't do things correctly.
All right, Earl, let's hear your produced piece now.
I didn't do a produced piece because I wanted to let it go, which apparently we can't let it go. But I don't have anything.
What?
I don't have anything. I don't have anything produced to counter that. All I could say is, I'm sorry. It happened. I had a bad day. I want to put it behind me.
Don't you think you could have said that in a produced piece, though?
Like with some good music. Yeah.
I can't put bells and whistles around an apology, but all I could do was apologize.
Whistles is a good idea.
Well, I think you would have to apologize to Vito.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the person who...
When I get angry, I get very irrational, and I don't think straight, and and it's a bad thing, and I know this.
Here's the thing, though. You've been doing this job before Vito was even born. You've been back here for over a year, right?
Yes.
Now.
A little over a year.
You don't know how to turn the mics on. Can you do the job?
I can do the job. I just had it in my head a certain way, and I just read wrong. That's all I did. I read it wrong. I made a mistake.
What about not bringing down the music?
That was just trying to recenter my brain because again I was a little upset and just trying to.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to.
I know that.
Make it about you. It's about Edward Norton and the sounds that you were making.
I can't help. Like, look at this.
You gotta help it.
I'm trying not. I'm trying to not do it now.
But why'd you feel you could do it when I wasn't there?
You think I wanted to do it in front of everyone? You honestly think I wanted to embarrass?
But why wouldn't you say to Vito, "Hey, I have a problem. I'm making these noises."
It was happening. It happened when it happened. If it happened beforehand, I was like, "Look, we got to swap out." I would have totally diffused.
But was it nerves over Edward Norton?
Not at all.
I know you're a big Fight Club guy.
Love the movie.
You enjoying that sandwich?
I love it, to be honest. It's delicious.
And the whiskey, is it too strong or is it good?
Smooth?
I would say it's just strong enough.
It's good.
Perfect strength.
That's good then.
I'm gonna have another one. You guys don't mind, do you?
Yeah, no. Enjoy. That's yours.
I'm sorry for yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm so happy watching him enjoy the things he loves right now because I have a deeper appreciation
Me too.
for Chris.
And I'm kind of wondering if Earl would decide to reimburse me for some of these
Oh my, Earl.
food and drinks.
I would
Reimburse
gladly reimburse you.
It's too late. I mean, it's my idea, so that doesn't make it the nice thing. You know what I mean?
Earl, what happened with the turkey jerky movements? Also, the water. Why'd you knock the water over?
You're making herky-jerky movements.
You can't spill water all over the balls of the interviewer before the guest comes in.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
I mean, specifically that area should be dry.
Yeah.
For an interviewer.
Can you just admit you lied now?
What I meant to say.
Can we put it behind us if he admits?
If he admits he lied, which is proof in that piece.
What did you lie about, bro?
Okay. Fine. Everything. It's all my fault. I'm sorry, Vito. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
So you're sorry.
For everything.
Vito, are you man enough to accept his apology?
I don't know. It didn't feel sincere. It felt like he was yelling at me.
You wanted to open up a vein and pull out some blood? I'm sorry.
What?
He's not a vampire.
I'll write it in blood if you want me to. You want me to open up a...
Is that the devil?
Earl, put it away.
Earl, don't take out
pulling
anything
for?
sharp. Don't you cut yourself,
He
bro.
pulled out a spoon.
What is this?
Do not spoon yourself, man. A friend of mine that I grew up with in elementary school spooned themselves for years.
Jesus.
That's terrible.
That was really scary. I didn't know what kind of instrument was coming out.
I thought for sure it was going to be a gun.
Yeah, me too. That's why I
was
should
gonna
say.
Shooting up the Cincinnati Kid.
Oh, yeah. You would aim for me immediately.
Hey, let's go over here to Chris. We have Chris from Texas on the line. You're on Bennington.
Hey, Ronnie B. Hey, congratulations to you, Gail, on the movie.
Hey, thanks so much.
Yeah, I was wondering, it sounds like Earl's on the brink, like he just might say, your mom's box again, like he did about 9 years ago.
Earl, you're not a quitter,
last words when he left.
It's a bad habit to break. I'll just say it that way. And
what do you mean?
Quitting. And 9 years ago, that was the only time I walked away from anything.
Yeah.
But it's a habit, though.
Were you always happy that you did it?
I wrestle with it all the time. Wrestle with it now. Like I woke up wrestling with it now. It was like going back 9 years with. Again, when you're not in your right head, you do not in your right head things.
Do you feel like you're not in your right head now? Mentally problem?
I'm completely not in my head.
Dude, you realize that, we could help you if you'd like to see a therapist or check into a place for a while?
No, it's not just that. It's just, everything on top of everything else.
Right.
Yeah, but that would be a place to work that stuff out if you needed support on something like that. I mean, I said yesterday, perhaps, like a little exploring anger management.
Oh.
And just seconds ago, you were about to hurt yourself as a way to get even with Vito.
But again,
by the way, what do you have in your pocket? Is it something you should be concerned about?
I was looking for like a key or something. Anything.
You were going to scratch yourself with a key.
Anything blunt that could remotely.
Blunt's not what would help. Never mind.
Did you finish your sandwich?
I did. It was really
Wow, what?
Yeah, he woofed it.
Shit.
He woofed it.
I want to just point out, that was a huge sandwich you just ate. It was huge.
Yeah, I haven't had a tuna melt in a minute. It was delicious. Thank you so much.
Hey, Ken in Nebraska, you're on Bennington.
I believe it's time for a change. Earl needs to go, and I'll come and take his place. And I will not apologize because I will not make all the errors that Earl does daily.
You know what? When you think about that, Ken seems like he's a go-getter. You know what I mean? He seems like he's a guy who wants to produce.
Just the fact that he called up,
it
really shows a lot.
What happened with the mics, Earl, yesterday?
He said they were labeled different.
You mislabeled them, I guess, when you left?
I guess they're labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all numbered.
Yeah, but her mic isn't in that order. That's why I kept getting screwed up. And that's, again, I blew that one.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Why did you move Earl in here instead of Vito?
Well, I allowed them to decide.
Oh, that's not good management. That's not good management.
But also,
I'm going to write back to Wiki and tell him that.
Wiki?
He wants to know how everything went so wrong after he left, and I didn't tell him that you just let the guys manage themselves.
I don't, but I also knew that Earl is not good on the phones multitasking. That's always a problem.
And what about guests? Because we did have a big guest coming in.
Yeah, I know. And
it was a big get.
And yeah, I know. Edward Norton. I'm sad I missed him. Earl's not
you
great.
like your days off. There's no doubt about that.
You know I don't.
Yeah.
Like a little drink to unwind, Sometimes you like to take a little Monday for yourself.
Manic Monday.
Earl's not great. No offense, Earl. At seating and greeting and seating a guest. A lot of times,
where does he struggle? Is it the greeting or the seating?
It's the greeting and seating because you can greet them, but Earl can be meek at times and not assertive. And I think greeting and seating a guest, you have to let the guest know you're going to be sitting here, Miss or Mister.
The timidity came up. Yeah, the timidity came up yesterday where. Vito thought that he should be a little more stern with the guests, which I wasn't happy with.
I wouldn't use that word.
But he did.
But yes.
It made us a little concerned about what happened.
But like when you were on the movie set. By the way, Chris doesn't even know that you did a movie over the weekend. You didn't let him know.
Yeah, you missed a lot, okay?
Yeah.
I'm in pictures now.
I don't know how long you were in Cincinnati, but a lot of shit changed.
2.5 days.
But Earl, what is it about you that can't get a person to come into the room and sit down?
I get up in the room to sit down. They don't think I'm aggressive enough. I try to be kind. I don't want to be like, you sit here. I'm trying to.
But there's a difference.
I don't want to
between
be steamrolling.
You
the music.
sit here.
I'm gonna be the.
Okay, this is good. This is a little bit of role playing. So Ron is gonna step out.
Okay.
He's gonna be playing the part of our guest.
Just a
and
guest.
should we just like maybe play a little music as though they're coming into the studio? So coming in just a moment, it's gonna be Ron Bennington, host of the Bennington Show.
Can't wait.
I think you better hit the music.
Here's the music.
Okay. Cool song.
This is now see.
Seems
Earl's,
like it looks like Ron is walking down the hall.
Yeah, Earl's just
away
trying to.
From, he's walking away from the mic.
All right,
there he goes, right past
Earl,
the door.
Our guest is coming in studio.
Oh my God,
Please.
he's wandering up the other side of the hall.
Our guest Ron Bennington is just trying to look into the studio now.
Okay, he doesn't even know where he is. Okay, here they come. It's Ron Bennington, host
Bennington
of the Bennington Show.
Coming in studio. Hello, Ron. Great. Okay, now Earl is unable to get Ron,
seems
our
like
guest,
Ron
into a
has
seat.
wandered away. He doesn't know where to sit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now our guest is just pushing a chair aside.
Oh,
and going to the wrong
microphone.
mic.
Earl, please get him on the. Earl,
it's
speak
the wrong
up.
mic.
Hey, man.
Oh,
He's physically.
you can't manhandle the guests.
By the way, he's also saying "sir" over and over.
I mean, was he saying anything? Because I couldn't hear. Was he actually saying?
He was good, sir.
Oh,
Sir.
I couldn't hear. Say,
He's not Sirhan. Sirhan.
Sirhan.
Well, a lot of the times you'll just let the person come in studio and you won't they'll just be standing there and I'll see the look on their face because I'm facing them and they don't know where to sit.
Here's the thing, Chris. It's like a guy who doesn't charge a baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That means that they're afraid of the error, so they're on their heels.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like you feel on your heels in that position.
I don't feel so much on my heels. It's
Yes,
just, again,
you're exactly on your heels.
I'm not one of these people that likes to get microanalyzed. I hate it. I cannot stand
Well, you wouldn't be if everything went well. If something went well, we wouldn't even notice. But we're trying to figure out is why your coworkers don't trust you. I mean, again, we should be announcing the big Thanksgiving show. We're all excited. We have a date. Today's the day for listeners to get tickets.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they're supposed to do it. Do you, Chris?
At Bennington Show on Twitter is how they're going to
At Bennington Show on Twitter.
That's how
And
you're gonna find out.
I'm going to announce that as soon as I can. But we have to micro analyze everything that you do, you know?
Yes, and believe me, I'm aware of everything that's going on. I'm aware of, and I'm trying to.
You know that you struggle bringing guests in. You struggle with the phones.
I don't think I struggle with the phones. They think I do. I think I do not.
The problem is you're a little slow on the phones.
You know who I could bring in to have him on the phones? It was the best person I've ever had on the phones my entire career. I even had a guy called Billy the Phone Freak. This guy was better. Billy Staples.
really?
Billy Staples would be sweating at WNEW. And he would be, no, let's see what you're going to talk about. Not going to make it. Call back with something else. You know what I mean?
Wow.
He wouldn't, it wasn't just a matter of typing the person's name in. He was running it from out there.
Yeah.
And, but he had that confidence, that thing that I was talking about, charging the ball.
Yeah.
You know? He wasn't like this. Hello, is this a phone? Okay, phone person, I'm going to type in a wrong name.
Earl.
What's the weirdest name that you could think of right now?
You can't be typing in wrong names.
Do you think Vito does a good job with the phones in that room?
Vito does a very good job in there. I'm not going to lie.
You think that Chris does a good job?
When he's in there, Chris does a pretty good job.
Pretty good job. I did the best job on the show.
Okay, that might be.
I'm not knocking it. I'm giving you a compliment.
This isn't a competition,
He's fucking
Chris.
says
By
he's
the way,
pretty
you're
good
saying
at the
best
phones.
job on the show, but I've never even been given the chance. So you know what I mean?
I apologize.
Just believe in me a little bit.
Out of Earl, Vito, and I am the best person to have on the phones.
All
I'm
right,
gonna have a drink.
I'm just going to say this. He has put the glass up to his, the bottle up to his mouth 4 times and then pulled it away to say something.
Yeah. That means he's very passionate about it because that
Yeah.
doesn't happen much.
No.
Hey, Gary in Florida.
Yeah, love you guys. Listen, I listened to yesterday's show, and I think it proves Chris should take his days off in studio like he typically does instead of out of the building.
That's not a bad
That's
idea.
mean
I don't
to
mind
say.
when you take your personal days here.
Yeah, you should do that.
No, I took one personal day and that's it. Earl.
Yes.
I'm disappointed to hear that this went so poorly yesterday.
What, you think I'm proud of this? No, I'm not.
Man.
It's okay if you're proud of it. I don't care.
I'm not proud of
That
it
would be-
at all.
That would be so fucked up to be proud of it. I guess I'd kind of like Earl more if he was proud of it. That would be just so psycho.
That would be an interesting place
Fuck
to
that
start.
shit.
Yeah, that's a way of taking responsibility.
Take back the night, Earl.
And I don't know, one moment you say Vito is bad or these are the disrespectful brothers, and then the next day you're sorry, and you're trying to key yourself like you were an old rambler.
You told me to rot in hell.
You did say rotten hell. To
How are you
Vito
going to
because he
rot when it's fire? You know what I mean?
No.
You could burn in hell.
You perpetually burn.
Yeah.
And you kept insulting me, telling me I run 12 miles a day. And then I've lost all this weight.
Those aren't insults.
I
Yeah, that
wasn't
was the confusing part.
I was saying how much he brags, how much he does.
You think he's a braggart?
He's bragging about his weight loss. And
Earl, in my 2-mile run today, not once did I bring it up to anybody.
You feel like you're more humble than him with some of your accomplishments.
maybe, and it's a problem. I don't like to
think
talk
he's
about
too
myself
humble.
too much.
You're too humble then.
Yeah.
That's part of being assertive, right?
Dude, you're going to sell your brand. You know what I mean?
What do you think your brand is?
X. What's your brand, Earl? At the end of the day.
Obviously radio, did radio a long time. Also, I know a lot about music, supporting, I have a lot of musician friends.
But you haven't brought up the technical thing, and you never bring your musician friends in.
Well, one of the problems is some of the better guys and ladies are always playing. They're always out. They're always on the road. We'd love to bring a couple guys
People
in.
come into New York. I'm very aware of that by the
And
great stars that we have on the show.
2 to 5 isn't really a busy time for musicians. Normally.
Usually they're usually traveling between 2 and 5.
And how do they get to the show?
There's some people who are saying, is Ron having am I having a stroke, Ron, that Chris Stanley is the competent one? Well, he is the one drinking the whiskey right now.
Yeah, he's Mr. Whiskey
Who's
Man.
ever competent, lift your brand up and take...
Ronnie B, this is my brand.
Yeah.
Slugging that scotch.
Ryan Lynn says Chris is trying to take the attention of his shitty football picks. He needs to start calling his show Lockjaw.
It's fucking mean. I don't appreciate that. In Cincinnati, I did get blown off by a athlete. If everyone wants to,
You were blown by an athlete?
And Pete Rose?
It was not Pete Rose.
Was it a baseball player?
It was not a baseball player.
Couldn't have been football because you're there during football weekend.
It was a football player.
Current?
Okay, give you a hint.
Yeah.
I was staying in the same hotel apparently as this team.
Okay, so it was somebody who was playing Cincinnati this week.
The Jaguars.
And you no.
Oh,
your fucking favorite player?
My God, your dreamboat mustache man.
Gardner Minshew blew me the fuck off. First of all, I go to the hotel and there's like a shitload of cops. Like, what the fuck's going on? Then there's Jags fans. And then it's like, oh shit. Then I see like Jack dudes
Wait
walking.
a minute, there's not fucking Jags fans in Jacksonville.
There was like a bunch of Jags fans at this hotel.
I'm fucking stunned.
I was stunned too. And then I'm just like, I'm in the lobby going up to my room and I see like
Chauncey Gardner.
I see Gardner Minshew walking around looking lost. He's by himself. And then then a security guy's like 20 feet behind him. I'm like, oh shit, there's Gardner Minshew. I go out to him like, hey Gardner, can I get a pick? And he says, nah man, no picks today. And then his fucking security guard comes up to me, gets in my face, and he's like, no picks, dude, get out of here. It's like, what the fuck is this shit?
First of all, you weren't.
Gardner
You're a fucking guest at this hotel.
No shit.
Why don't you break out your fucking phone and catch him across the thing?
I fucking I took it out. By the time I was out, he was like through we went through like a conference room. I guess they were having a meeting for the fucking team.
Mm-hmm.
I was fucking shocked. I
That's
got
your
blown
dreamboat.
off. Not anymore. Fuck the Jags.
What?
I'm
Why does
glad
that
Vito
happen with
covered.
him?
This happens with you a lot. You have a hero.
Yep. And then I eat dirty shit from them.
Why don't you try to find them at Continental Breakfast?
You want clean shit to eat.
Fucking Gardner Minshew.
Third?
Second. And there's no Minshew
That's
the
Junior. It's really confusing.
His dad's not even named Gardner.
It's just it was a shit weekend. Right? I fucking lose
That's
the Raiders.
weird. I mean, you're in the Magic City of Cincinnati.
Oh, Cincinnati. Maybe you should take care of your homeless problem. Burn.
I didn't know it.
Yeah.
I feel like all of our cities
chili
have-
sucks.
You didn't even know that.
And I had to take one look at it. It sucks. I did have something called Geta, which apparently was big over there, and that's not bad. It's
What is it?
fried oats and old meat.
Fried oats and old meat.
Yeah.
I mean, you like that?
It wasn't bad. It was better looking than
Looks
chili.
like Scrapple.
It's kind of like Scrapple.
It looks like dog food.
I
Yeah.
thought it was just like a well done hash brown, but said no, sir. That's oats and fucking
They
pork.
said sir to you?
Sir, and then said fucking.
All right,
That's
look.
only you. Those are your words.
I made up the sir part to try to look like a big man.
Chris is getting his buzz on, but let's go to that story of the woman who, while she was being arrested, started grinding. Have you seen this, Gail?
No, I have not seen
And we don't even know where this took place. There's no.
Okay.
Now you can see how freaked out she looks there, right?
Yeah.
Is there any audio to this, Chris?
There is
All right,
audio,
let's see
yes.
if we can check it out.
Oh, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah.
Fuck, Kelly.
Now, first of all, that's a 1930s porn voice she was doing.
Like a Betty Boop cosplay.
So, why was she talking like that?
Why was she doing that?
She was,
It was-
up against the wall basically with her hands handcuffed behind her, and then
Yeah.
the cop is like behind her trying to get control of her, and she's just grinding that ass.
She's grinding hard.
I mean, she had to be a peeler because she has she's a knockout, beautiful fucking body.
Yes.
But it's not the first time she's done the ass grind.
Oh no, it's not. But I wonder, is this the first non-consensual ass grind that she's given?
I mean, she's quite good at it. She's got
But
the
it's
lingo down.
It's the voice. I don't know.
Yeah, let's have the audio.
Oh, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah.
Ow!
She's the absolute best.
I feel like her velvet pants are really working in her favor too.
Definitely.
It's really hugging the curves just right.
I don't care what she did. You should just let her off.
Remind me, Chris, later, I want to announce the 6th annual Bennington Family Thanksgiving.
Please.
Tuesday, November 12th at the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square. But people are going to have to go to Bennington Show on Twitter to request tickets.
Okay.
Yes.
It's going to be a big one.
Definitely
But-
remind.
I
later.
will remind.
Let's see the grinding girl again.
All right, here's Grinder.
Oh, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah.
Why won't he answer her?
No, ma'am, I don't. I'm trying to arrest you, ma'am.
For the love of God.
Please stop rubbing your velvet ass on me.
And she was shit.
Velvet
house.
Ass is a great fucking name for my new glam band.
Just out of curiosity, is this white privilege? I think it might be.
For the cop? Yeah.
No. Ay,
So cute.
so cute.
Oh, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah.
She's fun.
She's really great. She seems like someone I'd be friends with.
Sure. I can't believe that she's not working in a club.
Where did she get this voice?
Alcohol and cigarettes, maybe.
I don't
Did
know.
you see the
normally-
little lunch pictures, Gail?
I know, they're so cute.
So adorable. What are they eating?
I think it's
Some kind of-
Cincinnati chili.
We're looking at the baby
Fruit.
at school.
She's eating fruit.
But that's not your food that you sent.
No.
They get a little melon, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Some, like a graham cracker and what? Orange slices?
Yes.
I don't think a melon and orange goes together.
Well,
don't tell
I
people
think
how to
that
live.
the orange is from what I gave her.
Oh.
So I think they just mixed it in.
Yeah, that's not a. I wouldn't thank you for that.
It's irresponsible.
Little that red label, that Johnny Walker.
That's what I'm talking about, Ron.
Yeah, yeah, you like that?
You like that? Yeah, you like that?
That's pretty good. You could be a peeler, Gail, if you put your mind to it.
I have the voice for it. The voice for stripping.
In the 30s.
I just wish we know what she did to get arrested.
I can take a guess. Hey, Trey in Alabama.
Hey, yeah, that lovely grinding video that was in Tuscaloosa after the football game Saturday night.
She went to the game?
Yeah, roll tide.
She's probably a fucking professor there. People get fucked up at games.
You like that? Yeah? Oh, yeah? You like that? You like that?
This guy's face.
People love to get fucking fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They really, they enjoy it.
Even on the Creeps tour, a lot of people are hanging in that lobby, slamming drinks right until the second the show starts.
Really?
Yeah. They all have to come running
Get
down
nice
the
and
aisle.
loose.
Yeah, I guess. You want to get good and loose before you sit in some really old theater chairs. A lot of chairs are not built for the 2019 ass.
Oh, really?
Notice, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these theaters, one was over 100 years old. And much more narrow ass in those days.
Yeah, they're always old theaters, narrow seat, and then they're right on top of each other. They did not think of the leg length of the future.
No, it's like Broadway. It sounds like Broadway seating.
The Broadway seating is, I actually don't know how it's physically possible, because the last Broadway show I saw, my knees were touching the seat in front of me. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm not the tallest person.
Could you imagine if you were just a lanky man?
I cannot imagine.
It's awful. I've not been to many, but the ones I have been to, Broadway shows, fucking terrible.
How little were these people of the past?
They were little?
So
freakish.
Tiny.
Yeah. Well, I remember, like, in Florida, they would have the things of the Spaniards who first came to this, right? And they would have their armor. I don't know who, a child that could wear this armor, and you would see the little helmet, the little tiny...
It's a children's crusade.
Helmet. You're like, wow. How did they conquer or even get the balls to think they could conquer?
Right. There's a false confidence there.
Are you having trouble reaching them if it's ready for us to announce?
We are ready to announce.
Because I can't get an answer back.
Okay. Yeah.
See if you can get the answer.
Okay.
Earl, you're being quiet now. What have you discovered for yourself?
I need to be better. I need to definitely.
You need to listen, Earl. On Friday, I'll let you know about the tablet that, I mean, see, it's done correctly today, but the tablet stand for weeks was done incorrectly.
We were not ready. Maybe that's the booze talking over there, the confidence that you get from some heavy booze talk. All right, now Vito, you're getting the okay. Vito picked up for you. So, here's the announcement. We got the big announcement sound?
Oh, there's no sounder.
Okay. I guess I'll just use this instead of the... Ladies and gentlemen, the Bennington family Thanksgiving show, and this is a grand tradition of ours, Gail.
Yes, our most favorite live show that we do all year.
Go to the Bennington Show Twitter and sign up now. Tickets are going to go very, very fast. But it is always a surprise, the guests that we have announced, what we have coming up, and we're all looking forward to it. You'll see what I call the Bennington Cavalcade of Stars. Mm-hmm. Earl Douglas, if he's still with us.
Oh.
The newly thin Vito Calise, and of course, Red Label's own Chris Stanley.
Love Red Label. Love Thanksgiving.
Maybe that should be a Red Label night for you that night. The sips are getting smaller with Chris.
I've noticed. By the way, that's at Bennington Show on Twitter, and it's happening Tuesday, November 12th. So go now at Bennington Show on Twitter for your chance at free tickets.
And just remember, every time you hear this sound, that means another big announcement on the Bennington Show. And then Vito wants to make this announcement later. Hey!
What do you got?
Anybody got a quarter for the monkey? Monkey got to eat too. Here comes Earl with his.
Cool.
And then let's never forget at any time, Earl, that time again. It's medication time. Medication time. We had two going at the same time. You would think one would get rid of the other. Earl, you ready to check in if you need to?
I support it.
You were going to cut yourself as a way of hurting Vito.
Again, I was just done out of pure anger. And
I mean,
yes!
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's I think
Just
what cutters do.
Frustration.
They get angry and frustrated, and they harm their bodies, usually by taking items such as, sharp things that they find.
Or in this case, dull.
Dull things, which she was looking for.
Why would you think you would have keys in your top pocket?
By the way,
No, you weren't. You were in the top pocket.
Another
of your
line
coat.
for the future, when there's a heated moment like that, and you go into your pocket, it was a terrifying
Right.
moment in this studio. I didn't know what was about to happen.
But Earl, did you think you were going into your pants pocket?
Yeah, I thought I was going towards
No,
my
you went into your top
jacket.
pocket where you would have your shoulder. You were going to scratch yourself with a pen?
It was the closest thing to me.
I don't want
Do
you
you
to
want me
hurt
to?
yourself.
Do you want me to hold on to that for you?
I'm fine.
Should we take your belt?
Chris, if this was password, how would you... and Earl Douglas, what password would you give me?
I give you insane.
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 Then I would say crazy. Let's go on to Vito.
Untrustworthy.
Untrustworthy and insane. Maniac? Gail, password.
Sinus.
Sinus. That has got to be Earl Douglas?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, but I only got 7 points. I really like to get a 10 every time.
Hey, Kurt in Upper Darby.
Hey guys, how are you? I just had to add in. I went up to go to the bathroom and I came back to listen to the show and you guys were playing that. Oh yeah. And I could have sworn it was like an 11 or 12-year-old boy on a bus, like attempting to sound like a woman.
Kurt, I kind of feel like you have a problem.
Oh yeah, you like that, Kurt? Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at him. He wants to pretend you're an 11-year-old boy.
He does.
Oh yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah. Oh yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah.
By the way, how fucked up and crazy you have to be before a cop would cuff a woman? You know what I mean? Like, you really...
She must be going nuts.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think it's violent too.
I think so.
Oh.
You can't just be like a little bit like, okay, I'm tipsy and I'm tripping over myself.
Earl?
It takes a lot to cuff a white lady.
Earl, the password is Chris Stanley.
Don't say it.
Alcohol.
That's so fucked up.
Chris Stanley? Was that it? Chris Stanley?
Yeah, you got
I'm not the human embodiment of alcohol.
it. You are.
Then why was it so easy to get it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
You're nursing that drink, though. I'm kind of proud of you right now.
you're doing good.
I mean,
Your
maybe
body's rejecting whiskey.
Is it because your
What?
belly's so
Yeah.
full of tuna?
I mean, yeah, I'm filled with tuna and cheese and bread. That's
Or are
good.
you woke? Or is this some kind
Woke?
of
Never.
gender fluidity?
You're never
Oh,
woke?
now you're taking an extra
Oh,
big swing.
you don't have to prove anything.
Yeah, you
to
got
us.
bullied into it.
This was about
good bullying, though.
you. I mean, this is a celebration of all of your talents and skills.
Vito, how would you describe, if this was password, Chris Stanley?
Angry.
Do you feel like that's good, Chris?
No, it's not good at all. It's alcohol and anger have come up. At least I'm not trying to cut myself like fucking crazy Earl.
Earl, give me another one. The password is Chris Stanley.
Food.
You motherfucker.
You're the embodiment of food and alcohol.
And anger, apparently.
I would never get it on food.
No, that's fucking too
I'm
vague.
sure I'd be like supermarket.
You could say fat, not food.
Oh, Chris, come on, buddy.
You really are hard on yourself, and we're all about loving you.
You know what?
Today.
I've been gaining weight over the years.
Over the years.
I want to just say that.
I mean, I honestly feel like you've just hit a plateau. I don't think you're gaining weight.
Okay.
I just think you are at weight.
You know what? I'll take a plateau.
That's just you.
Feels good.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just turning in, this is your time to go to Bennington Show on Twitter. Thanksgiving tickets are, you can sign up for the possibility to win those, and this is New York's favorite Thanksgiving show every year.
Absolutely. It is our favorite show. It's so much fun. You don't want to miss it. So go to @Bennington Show right now on Twitter for your chance at free tickets. It's going to be the 6th annual Bennington Family Thanksgiving happening Tuesday, November 12th at the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square.
Looking forward to it.
I know. Hey, William in Austin.
Yeah, if I was at that arrest scene and I saw that going down, I would have gone up to that girl after she got cuffed and asked her what her name was so I could go bail her out later.
And her real name, not her stripper name. They're not going to use that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to say Portia. Portia.
Oh, yeah? You like that? You like that? Yeah? Oh, yeah? You like that? You like that?
Hey, Joe in New Jersey.
Hey, yeah, I've been listening for a while, and hey, buddy, by the way.
Hey.
And maybe the reason Earl's so angry and frustrated is because the subway never seems to be on time for him.
Yeah, he's been having a lot of subway problems, and he's...
Yeah.
You said you're pretty afeared of it, Earl.
Yeah, one of my big fears has always been getting stuck.
The Disrespectful Brothers?
Yeah, the Disrespectful Brothers is probably top pops for you.
I don't like being tied in with this whole Disrespectful Brothers
Well,
thing.
you guys have a tag team.
I just found out about this about 20 minutes ago.
Our name's actually the Disrespect Brothers, to be specific.
Okay, the Disrespect Brothers.
Yeah.
Brothers who disrespect. Hey, Rebecca in Florida.
Hi. I just wanted to say first that I love your all show.
Yeah, it's good.
But I just thought the most obvious Chris Stanley password would be orphan.
Orphan?
That's
Orphan. Endling? More specifically?
Orphan Stanley could be an off-Broadway play.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hard knock life for us. Who did that in the hip? Was it Jay-Z who did that?
Yeah, Jay-Z.
That's when I knew he was a fucking hack. A guy who takes a goddamn Broadway tune to do it. Isn't it sad seeing all the Savage Brothers stuff out there?
Yeah.
I'm having them stinking up the place.
I'm glad the Astros won. I want them to win for fucking Mattress Mac, rather.
You would root against the Yankees.
I was rooting against the Yankees the entire series.
You used to tell us that you were a big Yankees fan, especially when you were trying to be Eastside Dave for so long.
Look, I was a Mets fan, if everyone remembers correctly.
No, you weren't a Mets fan.
For like a
You were
second.
just-
For 2 weeks.
yeah. You
That's
were
2 weeks of my
wagon
life.
jumping. Your whole fucked up.
Your whole
life.
fucked up.
That's
34 fucked up years.
And then you jinxed them.
Look, they jinxed themselves. The Mets suck. Look, the Astros have a real fucking shot at this, and I want them to win for the people of Houston. They deserve it. Yankees got 27 fucking World Series titles. We don't need any more. It's fine.
So you're not a Yankees fan. You never were. That was just made up.
It's easy to be a Yankees fan, Gail. I'm a fan of the Astros now, and I want them to fucking go all the way.
Did you say
And
the
they're
Yankees
close.
screwed the Yankees?
Yankees screwed the Yankees. Aaron Judge is garbage.
Just enjoying that drink. Whiskey talks. I'm saying it.
It's up on our social media. It's me on the plane acting like I care about the Elton John book. And it actually says it looks like I cared more about Elton's music more than Elton did. Because he wrote a book. And didn't you guys just give it to me before I left?
Yeah,
on
give it
this?
to you like
Yeah.
on Thursday.
This book, he'll just say stuff like, and then I did the Madman Across the Water. I was wearing platform shoes and had a big hat. He would just describe everything but the music.
God. Did he
I
ever
was
care?
trying to tie this in with the 500, but I fucked up somehow. I thought I was going to do a swipe up for the 500. Let's get it. I don't know.
Did he ever have a touch to lose, man?
I don't know how. Maybe I got Josh's and not mine. Is that it? I don't know how all this shit
I see
works.
Josh is tagged on there.
But no, not even that he's tagged. I think I was at the tag.
Oh, I see.
Can you do a swipe up that you go to it?
I think that is a thing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how the swipe up works.
Yeah, neither do I.
I swiped up and I just saw Michelle Rogers' name. I don't know how that works.
She checked out. That means she looked at your story.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, you can see who's looked at your story.
I thought this was people that are saying bad stuff about you.
No, these are people who love and support you.
Yeah.
Or at least just didn't swipe away when they saw your
Did
story.
I tell you I heard from an old friend of hers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
You
hilarious.
did. You did.
Really, really funny.
Hey, Tommy in Brooklyn.
Did he just say it's easy to be a Yankees fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you say that?
Because it's all they fucking do is win. It's easy to be a Yankees fan. If you don't want heartbreak in your life, be a Yankees fan. That's what I'm saying to every Yankees fan out there. What you
suffered with them in the 70s when they were the worst team in the world.
I always get that
Ron
from people like the 60s and the 70s, late 60s and 70s, how they struggled.
Oh,
I mean, let's
God.
not forget, that's the Bronx Zoo. They came back and took over the world in the 70s.
Yeah.
You know?
Fucking A. But
And
don't
then
say
Thurman Munson, when that plane went down, I never forget that. Will you remember that game? The next game?
Yeah, the first home game was I think
And
was
they
on
were
Monday Night Baseball.
sobbing. Just the guys were sobbing in the fucking dugout.
Sad.
I'm a kid and I'm watching and I'm getting all choked the fuck up. Because I never saw grown men cry in my life, you know, because being from Philadelphia, we don't have those easy New York tears that you guys have, you know?
Yeah, I remember seeing during the national anthem, Reggie had the whole hat
Fuck
like this
Reggie.
and-
People were so pissed. Like Reggie's faking that he's crying.
Why did they think he was faking it?
Because he and Munson hated each other.
Yeah, they butted heads a lot.
They didn't butt heads. Fucking Munson didn't like his style of bullshit. You know, he thought himself was bigger than the team. Munson was like, you know, the white guy, to act like you've been here before guy. White guys always act like they have the class thing down by not enjoying life. You know what I mean? Like, look at me, stoic.
Miserable, actually.
Not good at flying planes, but I'm very, very stoic. Munson was also before baseball players did a single calisthenic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, James in North Carolina.
Yeah, I think the password's Centaur.
Password for Chris.
The password is Centaur.
Got me.
I mixed those days when you used to walk with your tail wagging back and forth.
That was a short period of time that people misconstrued. That was a ponytail, Ron.
You know what I feel bad about? We should have got you a little dessert, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're not a big dessert guy, are you?
I've never really been a
But
big
I've
dessert
seen
guy.
you eat them if they're there.
If it's in
You'll
front
eat
of me.
anything that's there.
If it's in front, like, look how I housed that.
I remember one time somebody dropped off a fucking tub of old-fashioned bubble gum, right?
Big League
like,
Chew.
Like the kind of gum that you would chew when you were a kid. And 2 days later, I go, give me a piece of gum. And that fucking bucket was gone. And Chris had just chewed.
I can't imagine the jaw pain I would be in to go through a bucket of hard bubble gum like that in 2 days.
It hurt afterwards, but, you know, compulsion.
Compulsion's a very big thing.
Yeah. It seems, though, that you could just have one piece and make it last for hours.
No.
That's the trick with bubble gum.
No, but here's the thing with compulsion. Because all addictive personalities have it, right? So I had Scrapple on both days that I was in Pennsylvania. I've been just thinking about Scrapple ever since.
Sure.
I've been fucking years since I've had Scrapple. Just because I had it 2 days, I'm like, bacon? Am I a fucking idiot? I just want to just keep eating Scrapple over
I love
and over.
Scrapple so much. I love it.
You can get it ordered. You can bring it in now.
Mm-hmm.
Get some Haversets for yourself.
That's the only Scrapple there is.
Try some Cincinnati Geta.
I would. I'm going to say if
I would try, but it looks shitty to me.
It probably isn't. I mean, it's not going to be as good as Scrapple, but
It tastes better than it looks.
if I'm looking at the Geta versus that chili, spaghetti chili. Give me the Geta. I mean, that actually looks good. Rocky in Long Island. Here on Bennington.
What's up, Benningtons?
What's up?
Quick question about the Friday Creeps with Kids. Will the guys be doing meet and greets after the show or not?
Yes, 100%. Those guys are really big for hanging next to the merch table. We'll
Ronnie, really looking forward to seeing you do stand-up. It'll be my first time, so I'm very excited.
You know, I had great times doing stand-up and then haven't thought about it since. What is today? Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just could have texted him going to the stand tonight, 11:15.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know this. 11:15?
That's late.
I'm pretty sure.
Hey,
got a mistake of some kind.
Briggs in Houston.
Hey, y'all. Match Smack just put another $1 million on the Astros.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I love his attitude.
Thank God for Mattress Mac. You don't see Hal Steinbrenner doing dick. Well, I guess you can't bet on the game. He owns the
No,
team.
you can't. This mattress saint.
I like to see PC Richard put some money on the Yankees.
What about his son?
Or is there a Dwayne Reed? Is there an actual Dwayne Reed?
Could the Wiz come up with a couple of bucks? Nobody beats the Wiz. Nobody.
Hey, what was that? That pitch you did, Earl, that was like GPS Dwayne Reed. Remember you pitched
there's
GPS Dwayne Reed?
There's a Dwayne Reed in.
You know what I like is some Claritin. You know, then actually, let's start the show with that. Got a little earache today, Earl.
Never a good thing.
No?
You're okay. I mean, I don't
Jesus,
want him
Earl,
to put...
don't be so fucking down.
Is that like a brain tumor?
No, don't listen to Earl.
Worry about
It's not a good thing.
If I thought it wasn't easy to knock out with a little non-drowsy Claritin, I thought, now I'm thinking it's worse. Could be So why do you want to do a Dwayne Reed? GPS?
No, that's a pharmacy.
There's
and more.
There's a Dwayne Reed
sushi
that used to be a legendary recording studio.
What
Sly
recording?
Columbia Records. It was Sly recorded there.
Hey,
Sinatra.
man, welcome to Columbia Records. So you want to play Sinatra?
Sly, Sinatra, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and they have this wall of
Ride the peanut pony, let the spinning wheel break. It always does sound like he was having some kind of agita where he was trying to sing.
So would we call it GPS Dwayne Reed?
I would.
GPS New York City, obviously.
Where Dwayne and Reed meet. Dwayne Reed.
What about GPS Walgreens?
Hey, could you look something up? Big J is doing his worst show again. This is the second, I believe, worst show. I did the first one where you go up and you have to start with something as the worst thing ever. I did about the time me and my friends kind of OD'd on a drug called Jimson weed that I never did before or since. We brewed it up as tea. Do you got who's going to be there tonight?
Kareem Green, Jessica Kirsten, Sean Patton.
Oh,
That
great.
sounds like a fun show.
Tonight, 9 p.m. The Stand.
Very cool.
Well, I'll be going on at 11:15 when I won't be telling the worst of anything. I'll be trying to think of Long Island jokes. Long Island, you should have been at Short Island. No, that's not good.
Hey,
I notice it's not Wide Island, huh, folks? To throw a rock across this bitch. No, nothing.
I like the use of bitch there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was funny.
Well, when I struggle with a punchline, I'll just make sure I put bitch in there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a way to get the audience on your side, though.
Hopefully, yes.
Hey, Bobby and Charlotte.
Ronnie B, $1.5 million today.
Hey.
Question for you. I saw Nikki Glazer and even Sebastian were talking about not doing meet and greets anymore. How do you feel about meet and greets? And then also, what the hell is Scrapple?
Scrapple is maybe the finest of all gray meats. I'm not. I like to go out and meet people. What I like to do is go out, have a smoke in front of the building, and whoever wants to come by can.
Right. You don't like the formal nature of a meet and greet, but you do like to.
I don't like that. What do they call it? They call stop and
the step and repeat,
Yeah.
where you have to
Yes, I
stand in front of
despise
the.
that. I mean, you don't get the moment, and then if you are having a moment, everyone's like, "Can you, Ron, the other people."
Yeah.
I will say this: the creeps talk more about merchandise than anyone I've like more than probably than the people at American Apparel. They are constantly bringing up merchandise.
Really?
Yeah. And that's just, I've never been part of that.
Yeah.
I've never been part of Buy the Poster, I don't know. I mean, we sell shirts, but online. Not, do you want to meet me? Here's a shirt you can buy. Now, I don't believe that you have to purchase anything to be in the meet and greet line.
Right.
But I mean, if I was in the line, I would be like, oh, is this...
Right, yeah. I
find it odd. I'm going to be totally honest. I find it odd. It's just not, it's not my background.
Yeah. But actually...
I love meeting people who like our show. You know what I mean? I talk to so many people who like our show. And I
like it too, yeah.
I met a woman who her adult children brought her, and she's been sober for 5 years, and she got the idea kind of from listening to the show. And that was so moving.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was so moving to me. And that night, when I was just masturbating and thinking about it, you know what? That's a thing that I have to do to deflect.
Sure. Yeah.
But I was thinking that night, I'm like, why would she get that? And then there's my producer just drinking whiskey while the show.
Why weren't you able to save him when you think of it? Of everyone that you've helped.
I expected that whiskey to last through Christmas. I thought that would be part of when people come to visit at Christmas.
That would be a much larger bottle, Ron. I mean, this is some good whiskey.
Is the lunch down at the office, Earl?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, this is our place, right?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and run.
Yeah.
I'm going to count. 1, 2.
Earl, go.
No, because you'll pour that all over me again, Earl.
Don't pour things on Ron.
Huh?
Coffee.
No, afterwards. I mean, I want to go from one to the other. I'm not one of these people who likes coffee with food.
Oh no, I don't. Especially a savory food with a cup of coffee for some reason. I mean, breakfast. Obviously, if breakfast is savory, that's a different circumstance. I don't know why.
I like coffee as the side. I would like to have something to drink with my breakfast, then a coffee to bend. But I don't want to wash anything down with coffee.
Right. Okay, so you like a water or an orange juice, and then a coffee, and then your bacon and eggs.
I honestly, I'd like to drink the cup of coffee first and then get into my breakfast.
I see.
I'm going to have a leisurely cup of coffee and then some breakfast. But I'm not some 1930s, can I have a hamburger sandwich and a cup of coffee?
Yeah, it's really gross.
But I realized, like, back then, they probably didn't have anything else to drink.
Yeah.
You know? There's 2 of us.
What about?
We're the team. I don't want to say anything because I don't want him to scratch himself, but a lot of this was yesterday.
Yeah.
Double up.
Yeah. That really was a weird moment, right? When he went in his jacket?
Yeah.
I was like...
I thought he was going to shoot Chris.
Yeah,
I really thought... Well, at that point, he was really mad at Vito. And I just thought, is this bulletproof?
It's not.
It's not even soundproof.
I just heard him.
Yeah. No, when he was like, I'm just going to scratch myself with a key. I'm like, you can't do that. He goes, but I was very angry. I mean, you can't be talking to a man who's
also, like,
aged
don't
that.
worry, it's just a key I was going to scratch. It's just like...
You're scratching yourself.
Yeah, you shouldn't be harming your body.
I'm going to put a B on myself, okay?
And then as he was doing it, he was like, is this what you want?
I know.
That's what he was saying. Like, is that what you want? You want me to bleed a vein for you? Is this what you want?
But by the way,
and then he started to go in his jacket.
This is why you're in your 50s and single. You know what I mean? Because you can't.
Because that's not really relatable for most women.
I wonder if he did pull a gun, shoot me. Would he just drop the gun or kill himself? I think he would kill himself.
Did you just wink when you said it's not relatable?
Yeah. A
lot of women have guys trying to hurt themselves?
No. I'm saying women don't find this.
Oh, they don't dig it.
They don't find this relatable.
Oh, I thought you did a wink like, hey, I do.
No. I wink a lot when I talk, and people think, like when I'm emphasizing something, I wink when I talk, and it gets misconstrued a lot of times as either flirtatious is the first one,
right,
or it gets like, is that a secret that I'm not supposed to tell anyone? But when I'm like emphasizing something I'm saying, my right eye winks.
I honestly thought you...
It's like a little exclamation at the end of the sentence. You see what I mean?
All right.
You don't need to wink back, Beetle.
Earl, I want you to throw out the break because I want this to be the time that that your recovery starts today.
Bennington will be right back.